go and see the world and just show them what it really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, cause we're golden. They can never break us down, cause we're golden.
Yo, what up guys? It's me, Crypto Dido here, back at it again with another video. And today we're going to be talking about ApeTron. Now, as you guys can see, the price has kind of went down, total amount stake has went down, but the mining level has increased to 3, which means that it's going to be harder to mine these ape tokens. We started with 4 million, now it's at 2 million. Moving along, as you guys can see, I have unstaked my stake, but the reason is I am trying to make some more money. I'm not saying this is a bad investment. I've mined a good amount of ape. I'm lying, I didn't mine a good amount of ape. I'm just gonna be buying ape. I'm just allowing the miners to mine, and then I'm gonna be scooping up these apes for a good price, because I'm gonna be putting them into some liquidity pools, and we'll be talking about that in just a sec. Now, moving along, I did get a referral, so I'm happy that you have referred. I mean that you joined my group. I hope you can join my Telegram and my Discord as well. And at the same time, if anyone else, if you guys want, just join my Telegram or Discord. I provide you with really good information if you guys are down to talk or about anything. Because today we're going to be looking at the contract itself, and we're going to be reading it a little bit and trying to understand that together, just so we all know that this contract is Gucci. So as you guys can see, they did get rid of the numbers below because they were not meeting up with the deadlines. The reason is, I was talking to the developer himself, and they ran into an issue with Ape Dice because apparently the front end developer was taking his sweet time, and I'm over here like, bruh, come on man. Like, I told him like it's not good to do something like that, and then at the same time they are partnered with a third party company that works from Monday to Friday, so like nothing could have really happened well. So anyways, as you guys can see, Ape Dice has been released, and if we could go over here, this is how it looks like. Simple, sleek design. You can switch between Ape and TRX. You can go to a demo mode. You can go through the real mode, and as you guys can see, the max limit is, I think, 9,000 right now. Or alright guys, sorry about that, my screen just froze, or my recording software just stopped recording, which sucks. But anyways, I was talking about Ape Dice, and I also wanted to mention that I was talking to one of the admins, and they were saying how trying to put this platform into another server, into a DApp chain. We're going to be going through this white paper to find it, and while we're going to be going through this white paper, I also want to point out that ApeTron is going to be pretty much like a governance token, which eventually you'll be able to receive dividends from all the projects while you hold this token. And at the same time, let me go try and find this right here, future gambling apps. So they're already trying to move this server right here into its like own little custom app chain, pretty much, where once they start getting, once the lemur token has finished, which is going to be soon, looking at how people are just mining this token. Once that is done, there's going to be other DApp games that will come out, not just Dice. So that's nice. But moving along, ApeTron has been released, Ape Dice has been released, and now people are waiting for App DeFi. Now, within the white paper, Ape DeFi was supposed to be launched December 12th or December 11th, I believe. It says December here. December 11th. Is that? But with everything, they've kind of had a hard hold back with Ape Dice because of their developer not really being able to give them what they wanted. Their front end developer is what I mean. And at the same time, they are working with a third party company which works Mondays through Fridays, and it was a Saturday or a Sunday, so they couldn't really deliver. So moving along, what this is stage 3. Now within stage 3, what they're going to be doing is also, not only will you able to mine chimp, but in order to mine chimp, you're going to be putting that into liquidity pool tokens, which will be either ape, lemur, or you can buy chimp and put them into a liquidity pool and create a liquidity pool to mine more chimp. And at the same time, there will also be this trading tool that will be coming out once chimp releases as well. And with this, people, it says it right here, you will be able to buy and limit orders just swap tokens. So I honestly just can't wait to see how this is going to be. If this actually launches, this is gonna be one interesting and successful project. I'm gonna be making sure that I get into this group right here, 250k chimp. I will try my best to get that. I'm gonna try and do 50,000 ape, 50,000 lemur, mine myself a good amount of chimp. I'm going to try to get this rank right here, so then I could be doing all this stuff, guys. Like, this is gonna be a nice way to trade. And what they're saying is you will be able to trade just swap tokens. So we still will see what this is gonna be about. I hope they talk about this in the Telegram down below. And at the same time, you guys can see it was supposed to start December 11th, but with things being held up, we will see this probably next week. What day is it today? I'm so sorry. Saturday. Yeah, maybe next week. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be next week or by the end of the month. Now, at the same time, you guys can see, and it talks a lot about it a little bit more, that there's gonna be 55 million chimp, and you'll be able to mine it by staking ape, lemur, or chimp liquidity pool tokens. And just like Tron, it will be getting harder and harder to mine it. And you guys can see the number of chimp obtained by whatever. Mining level 1, you will receive 0.002 chimp in 24 hours for 1 TRX stake, and 2 chimp for 24 hours for 1000 TRX. So the more TRX you put, the more chimp you get, the better chance of getting into this. Now, this is not really talking, we're not here to really talk about the white paper or the new updates that came in. We're here to talk about the contract itself, because there may be some people that are still skeptical about this. You can find the contract. I'll put a link in the description to the contract address. We're just going to be going over it a little bit more in depth and trying to understand the code, just in case anyone is wondering about anything. As you guys can see, when we go to the tronscan.org, we see the total supply, holders, website, issuer. When we click on the issuer tab, it will show us pretty much the owner of this contract. And as you guys can see, this guy's in TRX right now. But also, not only that, I also tabbed out and made a new one. I'm just going to delete this. We also have the lemur contract as well. Interesting thing is there is a different issuer to this contract, so that is going to be very interesting to see. As you guys know, if we compare these, you see TH, TYV. So yes, that is interesting to see. And I'll put all of this in the description so you guys can keep an eye on it yourselves in case you guys see anything interesting, any weird transactions occurring. Now, moving along, let's go through this contract. So since it's audited, we are able to see this contract code. We can also read the contract, which will allow us to run some type of functions, and at the same time write the contract as well, which will allow us to do things as well. Mint, interesting. Amount to the address, send. I mean, we can try this out if you guys would like. Let's see what would happen. So if we do this, and if we wanted to mint some tokens, let's say amount, let's mint 1,000, and let's see what would happen. Accept. Says an invalid address, and you get, oh, it says ownable caller is not the owner. So as you guys can see, I'm not the owner and I can't mint these tokens. So as you guys can see, the owner function is actually working. All of these functions actually work. Let's say if we wanted to transfer a new owner, send. Let's see what happens. I am not an owner. I cannot. Only owners are able to transfer ownership. So again, always keep an eye on the contract itself. Right now, this is the owner. What is this multi-send? So or I don't know. So you guys can see there are some functions that you can access, but you need to be the owner to actually do that. There is a few things that you can do. I'm pretty sure that you can call this function, boom, balance of that. I don't know, it doesn't really show much of readable code. Max supply, you guys can see, call the name, ape, symbol, total supply. So yeah, moving along with the code, guys, you guys can see there's an ownable thing right here, which we just played around with in the read the contract and the write the contract, which pretty much you need to be owner to actually do that. But I do have something for you guys. I did put this all into another type of file so then we can all go over this together. So as you guys can see, that this ape contract is made up of 3 other contracts. The ownable contract, which tells the ape token who is the owner of it. There's a context, which provides information about the current execution content, including the sender and the transaction data, generally available message. As you guys can see, the comments tell you exactly everything. So this is amazing. And then there's also a safe math implementation. I'm sorry, I can't really speak. This is just a library. This is nothing too big. This is just random numbers. So we don't have to worry too much about the safe math. We don't have to worry too much about the context. Only thing we need to really worry about, I don't even think we need to worry about the ownable contract as well. This just tells you what the owner can do, what happens with the new owner, but we'll look. Don't worry. Let's go to the Ape token itself. So as you guys can see, it's a Solidity contract. We import ownable and safe math into it. So random numbers, and we import the who or how to get the owner. This contract is ownable using safe math. This is the token name, symbol, token decimals, how much it started with, how much there is for the max supply, and then a record of votes. This is just some other things. You guys can see notices an event and delegates. Like I said, this is a governance token, and right here you guys can see it creates an amount of token. Oh, if we read this this note, you guys can see that the dev creates an amount of tokens and assigns them to the account, increasing the total supply, which basically this is for mining, I believe. So this is the function right here where it tells you how much you can mint and how much you are going to mint. So if we go back to, let me just do that like this. So if we go back to here, it tells you like how much I'm able to mint. If I stake my coins for, what's it called, if I stake 1000 TRX, it will pretty much turn on this function, and it will allow me to mint some Ape tokens. Moving along, gets the number of tokens. Spender is approved to send on behalf account. You can send these tokens, are approved tokens. Approve spender to transfer amount. This will overwrite the approval amount for the spender. Interesting. Whether or not the approval succeeds, nothing too much. Get the number of tokens held in the account. So this function allows us to, this is actually a function that we actually used right here. Where is it? Right here. Read contract, I think. Balance of, right here. So if we put my Tron address, boom, it will return the balances account. So that's cool. Get the total supply. Is it in here? Basically gets the total supply of, get the total supply, and then it returns the total supply. Moving along, gets the maximum supply of tokens. Transfer amount, so you can transfer tokens. You can send tokens from one wallet to another. Transfer from source or source that, and then right here, if you guys want, so this says this transfers amount tokens from source to DST, and then you guys can see SRC is the address of the source account. DST is the address of the destination account, and the amount is the amount of tokens to transfer. So you can and then this is basically the function that allows you to send tokens, and depending on how much tokens you want to send, which is kind of interesting, because why would you need to have this? Send token. This is this probably is for something else. Let's see this really fast. So address. It doesn't say anything about ownership. So let's see. Maybe we can find it here. Domain, allowance, account address, spender address. What is this? Invalid, coder, checkpoints, decimals, delegates, get current votes. What's 0. We can get the max supply. We looked over that. Oh, we can even see who the owner is. Is this another? What is this? What did we just find? Let's see who this is. Paste. Oh. So interesting. So we 31. Yeah, this is the we just found the master contract. Oh, snap, guys. Very cool. So we just look, as you guys just saw, we call it the owner, and we thought that this was the owner, but in reality this is the owner, which is the contract itself. I mean, this is the issuer. This is the issuer. This is the person who created the contract, I believe, or issued the contract, and the owner is the owner itself, the creator. Interesting. Like I said, I'll have all the links in the description, and snap, guys, you guys can see this yourself. So what we're trying to find is this transfer from contract. Transfer from right here, destination address. Oh, well, this is transfer from. So right here, we can put the source address and destination address. I don't really have another destination address, but you guys can play around with it if you guys want. This is number 7, because that is kind of interesting. I wonder if you're going to need ownership to run this contract, because if you do, then if this requires ownership, guys, let me know in the comments in the description below. Number 7 from this right here. Anyways, return or transfer not succeed. Spender. Interesting. Anyways, let's move along. Delegate votes. This is another function. Let's see this one. Delegate votes from signatory. I don't know. Get the current votes behind balance for account. We already did that function. Determine the prior number of votes for an account of a block number. Block number must be a finalized block, or else this function will revert to prevent misinformation. The account is the address of account to check. Block number, the block number to get the vote balance at, and it will return the number of votes the account has as the given block. And we've already done that function. We got a 0 for that one. Moving along, function delegate, which delegates. Function transfer, another transfer function. Transfer tokens. Cool. Anyways, moving along. Transfer tokens. Initial required. Requires. Alright. That's basically it, right? It's a checkpoint. Interesting. And that's basically it. So there's nothing too suspicious with the code itself. So yeah, guys, it's like a basic contract. Ownable what? Contract module, which provides a basic access control mechanism where there is an account, which is the owner, that can grant exclusive access to specific functions. By default, the owner account will be the one that deploys the contract. So the owner account is the one that deploys the contract itself and can later be changed with transfer ownership. This module is used through inheritance. It will make available the modifier, the English only owner, which can be applied to your functions with restrict to that ownership. It initializes the contract, returns the address of the owner. We've already done that. Throws if called by an account other than owner. Leaves the contract without owner. It will not be possible to call only owner functions anymore. Can only be called by current owner. No, renouncing ownership will leave the contract without owner, thereby removing any functionality that is available by the owner. Transfer ownership of the contract to a new account can be called by the current owner. So we did our theory. We tried to transfer ownership. That didn't work. You have to be the owner to actually transfer ownership. So hey guys, this is like a basic review of the contract. I don't see anything suspicious. I will look into it a little bit more and try to understand it. We just skimmed through this together. So yeah guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Get your butts on Ape with me through my Discord or Telegram, and let's like I said, I'm gonna be buying up some Ape. If you guys want, you guys can mine some Ape. They've already released Ape Dice. Ape DeFi is coming out. Get ready for that, boys and girls. So yeah guys, I'm outie. Take it easy. Have a good day.